Who's trying to hide it?
Oh. I was like, oh.
Don't go to El Paso. I wouldn't step a foot in El Paso anytime soon. Statements such as these are the first thing I hear when I mention El Paso, Texas. Reactions such as these upset me personally because I myself am from the border town. Soon after learning my origin, people not from El Paso will state facts about how dangerous my hometown is. People who have never been or have never even seen my birth city criticize it for being extremely dangerous, based solely on the fact that we are neighboring debatably the most dangerous city in the world, Ciudad Juárez, Mexico, home of the drug cartel. I'm going to refer people not from El Paso as people from out of town or out-of-towners. It is my personal theory that people from out of town think El Paso is conjoined with the city not from the United States. I'm referring to the city of Juárez. Now, although Juárez is a very dangerous city, Juárez is not El Paso. There are two different cities and two totally different nations. It seems as though people from out of town forget that there is a river between El Paso and Juárez, packed with numerous police force and an army of border patrol. Yes, it is possible to sneak into the United States using alternate bridges such as the Fabens Bridge and an alternate El Paso Bridge, but there is still control over El Paso in relations to the drug wars. El Paso is located in the United States as far as Juárez, Mexico. It's located in Mexico. To combine two cities is like combining New York City with Afghanistan. New York and Afghanistan are two different places in the world, but have their own problems. They do have their connections in one way or another, but are not the same place. I think what also confused many people who is not a resident of El Paso about the safety of our town is the newspapers and television news stations. The El Paso Times is a local newspaper dominantly read and sold in the United States, El Paso. Always has something new about the drug wars in Ciudad Juárez. The newspapers always most likely put stories on the front page because it makes good news stories. This may confuse a lot of readers because outside of El Paso, it's perceived as the illusion that it's a major problem being in El Paso. The local television news stations of KFOX do not help this situation either. Every night you will see a massive story on the horrors of Mexico. One would think that the local news stations would cover local news and not news from a different country. Gina Garcia, a college student living in Odessa, Texas, had never seen or visited El Paso. Garcia had only heard of El Paso through media and through word of mouth. A few months ago, Garcia decided to take a trip with me to my hometown, El Paso. When asked what she thought of the hometown before visiting, she said that she thought it was scary and she thought she was going to get hurt. After we had came back from the visit, I asked her again what she thought of El Paso. And she did say that she was scared, but she knew that she was safe. It wasn't as dangerous as she thought it would be. That she would definitely consider going to school there, at college. The reason why Juárez is such a devastating state due to the gang wars is the drug cartel. These gangs are fighting over the passage to sell their narcotics in the United States. Violence in Juárez has become a major issue over the past 20 years, becoming the main focus of Mexico. The cartel has gained almost all control over Ciudad Juárez. Even the police force is scared to engage in the cartel's activities. Police from Juárez won't even drive into a cartel-populated area unless a murder has to be investigated. Otherwise, there will be no cop car in sight. Some police are even associated with the gangs. Residents are scared to go about their day in fear that their or their family members will become captured, held for ransom, or worse, end up slaughtered. Already this year, 686 people have been murdered here. El Paso was ranked the second safest city in the nation. According to Daniel Borunda's article, on the safety of El Paso. Being from El Paso, I will admit, even we El Pasoans are scared of Juarez. We do uphold little rules here and there, mainly the rule being, don't go to Juarez. Other than being scared to enter a different country filled with violence, I feel absolutely safe in my hometown. How is it El Paso can be the second safest city in the nation when the borders town is the second most dangerous city in the world? There is no doubt that there is a drug cartel in the United States, yet there is no killings like presented in Juarez, Mexico. Luckily for us, in the United States, we have plenty of border patrol, police, and army to keep us safe. With Mexico residents scared for their lives, it's no wonder why so many Mexican residents flee to the United States, and mainly El Paso, for their safety. It is a known fact that even the mayor of Juarez has entered El Paso for safety and has actually bought a home to reside in fear of losing his life. If people stopped believing everything they heard about El Paso, I think El Paso wouldn't have such a bad reputation. It would help the city Paso boost the tourism rates and the economy rates. Juarez is the second most dangerous city in the world. El Paso is the second safest in the nation. They're two different cities with two different cultures. I also believe that the media could help this stereotyping of El Paso, Texas. If the media can emphasize more on the stories that they are covering in a different country, I believe they would eliminate a lot of fear of people wanting to visit El Paso. I'm done.